And hello YouTube. Hang on, give me a second. I gotta situate my damn phone here. Trying to carry my to-go food from Wendy's and hold the phone. So yeah, my tooth's still hurting really bad, but I'm having an amazingly productive day regardless. I'm over in the Biltmore area, about 20th Street in Camelback. Just went to the Wendy's over there, and in case you're wondering, no issues at all with my car. Just traffic has been insane today. I've lost count of how many people I've watched run red lights since leaving to my place and heading for the urgent care. In fact, nearly a little pile up in front of me. I want to say maybe about 15-20 minutes ago. I was coming back from the iPhone repair place. By the way, my iPhone is repaired. I still got nothing but good stuff to say about that iPhone repair shop over there at 16th Street in Bethany. Yeah, he fixed my phone really quick, and got a brand new screen on it. I'm not sure if I got a new home button or not. I do think he replaced it. Maybe just cleaned up the old one. I'm not sure. Now, he did tell me that the problem with it not being able to sense my fingerprint is kind of an Apple issue, and we had an interesting discussion about right to repair and Louis Rossman's channel. But yeah, he said Apple can take care of that, but it's one of those things that there's nothing he can do. That it's got an aftermarket home button on it, and that Apple disables that, and they have to do it. And God knows what the Apple Store is going to charge me for that. He said thought it might even be possible for them to do it remotely by sending a code to it, but yeah, gonna have to contact Apple support, which I expect they're not going to want to give me much support because I bought this phone used from from an independent seller, and Apple doesn't like independent sellers and independent repair places, but oh well. Anyway, I've survived this long without that working. It's not a real urgent matter for me. The important thing was just getting this damn phone to work. Now, he did say in the process of trying to repair my phone that he had tried to do like he touched the screen too many times or whatever. So I was locked out for about 30 minutes. I just now barely got back into the dang phone. Was actually on my way home, but so I'm coming back from the, and I would have shot video too, but I know I'm running really low on space in the Obama phone. And as I said, at that moment I couldn't log into my iPhone, even though I could see the screen look great. Oh, and I was overreacting about the selfie camera. He said the selfie camera was just fine, that was just a plastic ring that was part of the screen that had cracked. So that's a good thing. Wow, look at these people completely blocking the sidewalk. Drivers in Phoenix are just so inconsiderate of pedestrians. Like, this guy is just completely, I don't know where. Yeah, you're blocking the sidewalk, right? You're blocking the sidewalk. So inconsiderate of the fact they're blocking the sidewalk. I can see them blocking the next sidewalk up there too. Anyway, so driving back from the iPhone repair store, and while I was repairing my phone, I was super productive as well. I went back to Reese's Dental, scheduled myself to get the broken tooth extracted, which they're not going to be able to do until Wednesday. I don't know how not quite sure how I'm gonna manage my pain. Huh. Didn't quite catch it on camera, but the guy in the white pickup truck just backed in front of that Kia. Just about got nailed by the guy in the Kia. Just bad drivers out today. Yeah, after I left the iPhone repair store, after I dropped the phone off, I went to went to Reese's Dental. Scheduled to have my extraction on Wednesday, so gonna have to try to make it through the week. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be financially feasible for me to take the entire week off work, so I don't know. Hopefully I can negotiate some pain management. My plan is just to go into work, and if it's unbearable, just tell my supervisor, hey, I can't do this, I'm in too much pain, and actually go up and talk to the HR people within my warehouse rather than try to handle it on the phone. And I'm sure, like, if I deal with them in person, they're going to be a lot more receptive to helping me. So at least that's what I'm hoping. Oh, welcome back. Had to turn the orientation of the phone and put it in the holder. Oh man, it is hot in here. I really should have put up my sunshade, and I didn't. Oh, it is hot in here. And I think it's only about 100 degrees outside, but yeah, you don't park in the shade, and you don't put your sunshade up, and it just turns your car into an oven out here. Oh, look at that. Hey, you guys probably can't see it. Vehicle on my left's got scrapes. Looks like they ran their BMW into the poles for the covered parking. I'm seeing those wounds on cars like a lot lately. In fact, my neighbor, who's got his oversized killing machine truck, brand new truck, like I'm not sure what year it is, but I think it's like, I don't know, it's probably he's pretty frugal, so it's probably last year's model year, but still, brand new truck. And I'd already seen where and I think I showed it in my vlog, where he'd scraped up his the side of his fender against the poles in the parking. And to be fair, like, that's a really tight spot to squeeze that ginormous truck in. But the reality is that those parking spots were not designed to park an oversized truck like this one I'm passing here on the left. That's not a normal size for a passenger vehicle. That was never a normal size for a passenger vehicle. And no, the world does not need to accommodate, if you drive one of those, the world does not need to accommodate you with larger parking spots. You need to be cognizant of the fact that you're driving an oversized vehicle and need to park it accordingly. Like, see the big bus right there on the right? They found an open space, they parked their bus. And that's what you got to do if you got one of those oversized pickup trucks. I mean, I understand wanting to use the covered parking, but man, that thing don't fit in there, and he's trashing that truck. Yeah, now his whole right front fender, like by his headlight and stuff, it's all smashed in. And I mean, there's that telltale white paint on it, from where he hit it. I'm gonna try to turn on my air conditioner. It's been working, but not very effectively. And I still haven't had a chance to really go over my cooling system in the car, so the car hasn't been overheating, but I'm just super paranoid, like it lost a lot of coolant. That coolant went somewhere, so until I can get that thoroughly looked over, I'm being extremely cautious about potentially overheating the car, especially, since I'm out driving in the middle of the day. Oh, by the way, time check, it's 2:13 p.m. Still Saturday afternoon. I'm headed to the 51, although I was on the 51 about an hour and a half ago-ish, and the traffic on it was pretty bad, particularly on the lane connecting to the westbound, or to the eastbound 202, which is the lane that I use. I like that ramp, it's really scenic, because it's a overhead, it's like a flyover above the rest of the entire intersection. Of course, I'm always watching the roads. I don't really get to enjoy the view much unless I'm a passenger, but sometimes when I'm driving, I kind of like to look off into the distance, because you can see a long distance from up on top of that overpass. But anyway, and you can tell when you're approaching it that the original plan was for that to be 2 lanes of flyover traffic, and then at some point the budget got cut and it got shrunk down to 1. Anyway, yeah, there was so much congestion in the lane trying to get to it that I ended up just exiting McDowell, taking McDowell over to 44th Street, which wasn't a problem other than the thing that I've mentioned a lot, where people who are driving, when one lane comes to a stop or a near stop, people just in the adjacent lane just will just fly right by it instead of slowing down and trying to, not go such a radically different speed. And of course, they're passing on the right. So yeah, it was kind of difficult. Of course, one thing I got to see, and I really wish I was shooting video so I could have shared it with y'all, because it was funny to me. It's kind of an instant karma kind of moment. There was of course, somebody in a big truck. It's always somebody in a big truck. Flying, like, swoops out, like swoops in right in front of me. Because I always try to maintain a safe following distance, which of course results in people cutting me off all the time, and whatever. I just fall back a little bit further and maintain a safe following distance, as I'm doing right now. And this guy, like, just straight up cuts me off. And he's not even trying to get into my lane. He's coming from the lane to the left. Cuts me off because I'm slowing way down because the traffic's backed up in my lane. Here's another guy doing the same thing. Like, cuts to the right to pass on the right. The right lane is not the passing lane. If you're trying to pass, you just need to not go to the right lane. And what is this guy doing? What the hell is this guy in front of me doing? Like, the drivers today are so bad. Any question why I walked to Wendy's? Like, where I was parked in front of the Cox store, by the Best Buy there? Yeah, you know what? Nah, screw all this nonsense. I'm just gonna walk over to Wendy's. Oh yeah, it's already backing up all the hell. I'm just gonna get off here at Thomas. Oh shit. I just went through this the other day. It would really be helpful if this entrance lane coming from Indian School continued all the way down to Thomas. I think that would really help with the traffic right in this little squeeze spot here. Anyway, so yeah, this guy cuts me off, which, whatever, not too much. I mean, I'm already slowing to a reasonable speed. I got space in front of me, so I back off a little bit. But he immediately cuts to the right into the exit-only lane for I-10. At that point, it's a lane that's going to become for the I-10 westbound, and then a little bit further down, there's another right lane that splits off for McDowell. But he immediately gets into that and just guns it. Meanwhile, somebody's like 2 cars in front of me decides that he's going to change lanes and pulls out right in front of this guy. And he nearly rear-ended him. And it would have totally been his fault because, yeah, you're not supposed to be passing on the right, and you should never be going that damn fast when the adjacent lane is slowed to a crawl, especially on the right side. Anyway, that's totally why I walked over to Wendy's. Just the people have just been driving so bad that I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, you know what? Even as unsafe as it is to walk in this city, it's less than a quarter-mile walk from my parking spot to Wendy's. I'm gonna walk to Wendy's. Yeah, and tough to eat because I got that tooth broke wide open, and as soon as I got some fries in my mouth, the salt went right into the open wound in the tooth, and oh my lord, did that hurt. Anyway, other thing I mentioned is another bad driver moment. God, I just wish I was running video for all of this. One of these days I'm gonna start, in fact, I might work on that this week while I'm recovering from my teeth. I'm gonna start putting some compilation videos together of just really bad Phoenix drivers. Yeah, the solid yellow means it's going to change, dude. Way to run the red light. I really wish the city of Phoenix would have put an overpass on this intersection. I do think the 2 intersections right next to each other, the one for the Hawk, for the Canal Walk, and then the one for the 22nd Street, are really close together. It's awkward. So yeah, the other near miss that I wish I'd have got footage of it because it was just ridiculous. So I'm coming from the iPhone repair store, and pulling out of there, I just went out the north side of the parking lot, turned right onto Bethany, and then did the kind of exit, whatever, to turn right and go south onto the 51, the freeway formerly known as the Squaw Peak Parkway. And I'm headed southbound on that, and I don't even get out of the exit lane. I just take it from Bethany to Coulter, exit at Coulter. I'm coming into the intersection at Coulter Street, and there's two other cars in front of me, and there's a 2-lane left. So you got the right lane turns right onto Coulter, and then the 2 left lanes, double left turn onto Coulter, which basically on Coulter you can either get in the left lane and turn left and go the opposite direction on the 51, or the 2 lanes turn right onto 18th Street and head over directly into the Colonnade Mall. Anyway, we've got green left arrows, so we shouldn't have to slow down. We should just, obviously slow down to do a corner, but you know what I mean? Like, we don't need to come to a stop. Shouldn't be needing to watch for traffic. We got double green left arrows. And somebody on Coulter who had a red light right there just shot right through the red light. And we're not even talking like the light just barely turned red and he's cutting it. I mean, we're approaching that intersection. I had 2 vehicles in front of me. We're approaching that intersection, and those green left arrows have been on, like, from as far as I could see them as I was, exited the 51 freeway. So it's not like the light just changed. And yeah, this guy just, I don't know if he just wasn't looking or just doesn't see cross traffic, doesn't think he has to stop, or, fuck this red light, I'll stop twice at the next one. I don't know where the guy's brain is at. But yeah, he went right in front of it, and the vehicle right in front of me, both vehicles basically slammed on their brakes. There was one in each lane in front of me. See, this is how you avoid traffic. You just turn and go in a different direction. It's simple. He just, I don't know what construction and detours and shit are going on south of here, but it doesn't look good at all. I think I'm going to go in a different direction and avoid all that nonsense. Oh, it does look like Phoenix PD has run off all the homeless people that were camping on the south side of Perry Park, by the way. That's Perry Park I just drove by. So there's that. I probably shuffled them all up to the zone. Still haven't made it back to the clerk of court's office to get any updates on the lawsuit about the zone, but I am going to try and handle that this week in between dental appointment and pain and trying to keep my job at Amazon. I definitely want to find out what the city of Phoenix's excuse was for not. Wow, that's an overbuilt house on the right. Hey. What the city of Phoenix's excuse is for not taking care of the mess down in the zone. Temperature gauge on my car is starting to climb a little bit. I gotta keep an eye on that. I'm almost home. Anyway, I used to have a really good friend that lived on the street. I totally lost touch with him. That was his place right there on the left. There's no way in hell he's still living there. Anyway, wow, there's 2 more houses on the left. Look like they're getting stripped out, completely wrapped up in chain link. So probably a developer again getting ready to bulldoze them and put some luxury condos in. The gentrification that's going on in this neighborhood is super bizarre, because you get these just expensive luxury townhouses going up, while simultaneously the wandering homeless, strung out on blues population continues to skyrocket as well. So anyway, so I'm getting ready to turn left there on Coulter, and I got a green light, so I'm not really planning on slowing down much. And then both cars in front of me had to slam on their brakes, and fortunately I'm never one to tailgate, so when they slammed on their brakes, I had plenty of time to to hit my brakes and come to a safe near stop. But yeah, guy just ran the red light across both. I think he was in the left lane, so he cut off both lanes that had green left arrows. And we just and I turned left, and at that point I think I shortly after that I kind of became the asshole. But wow, look at that old truck. That's cool. Some crazy patina going on that old Ford. Anyway, see, I did turn right or turn. So it's when you get to Camelback, there's another double left turn there. Because when you're on the 51, there's no exit for Camelback. If you're on the northbound 51, you got to exit it. Exit at Highland, and then somehow make your way from Highland to Camelback. And